Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, guys, to Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood. I'm your host, Ashley.
Hi there, and I'm your co-host, Edelia.
And we're here today with Karina, Grapple
Yay!
Channel host.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Welcome. Finally got to do a collab.
Mm-hmm.
It was
And
nice.
this will be the first of two.
The first of two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Putting
Then
it
you
out
can
there.
catch us on Karina's the Grapple Channel next.
Yes. So today we just wanted to get together and just talk about some random stuff in regards to jiu-jitsu and women, of course, because that's what we do here.
Yes.
I guess we could just start it off with what we were arguing about downstairs, which is, so we were talking about like the pressures of being a female jiu-jitsu practitioner at a higher level, like a higher belt.
Mm-hmm.
And Karina says,
Oh, I said that I believe that higher quote unquote belts start at purple. But then Adelia was saying
Absolutely not. That's mid. You're literally right in the middle. You're literally right in the middle. You can't call that a higher belt.
so the reason why I say it is because whenever you do competitions, advanced is purple and up. Like
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
When you're a purple belt, like you're going against brown and blacks already. So that's why I kind of put them together.
Okay.
Because competition wise, like, I mean, if I'm going against a black belt,
I understand the thought process.
okay,
I do.
so interesting, because I was signing up for ADCC, and they actually, since they don't even have white belts, I guess, do they not take white belts? Or maybe they do. I don't know.
I
But
have
they
no
had intermediate as blue and purple.
Oh, interesting.
And then brown and black advanced. And then they were like, oh, so if you don't...
So it's
like,
not by experience?
Kind of. They said
Because that's what I'm used to hearing.
It
that
says 4+ years. Like, if you don't know, like 4+ years advanced. And I'm like, damn.
Wait, but that doesn't.
Yeah, only
that
4+
doesn't make sense.
years.
Wait, I mean, but that's normal.
Is that decent? Okay.
Yeah, that's
so.
normal.
But
Did
that's
it take
how
me 4 years to get to my purple belt?
I was still a blue at 4 years.
Because I know I have my hiatus in there, but
Because intermediate, like other competitions, it starts at 2 years.
okay.
2 to 4 years. And then anything after 4, you're considered advanced and or expert. So, I mean, that makes sense. Like, I didn't know that ADCC was doing it based off belt, though.
Or like years.
Yeah, okay. Experience.
Yeah, I guess,
So it
yeah.
could be between belts or years.
They just said like,
Yeah.
like intermediate. They didn't really, they said like intermediate, blue and purple, and then it had the years under it.
Mm-hmm.
So like under
Whichever.
4 years.
So
and
I
then-
guess whichever came first. Or
Yeah,
whichever
probably.
Comes first
Probably.
Or maybe I guess if they're like, oh, if you don't do gi, like
by years.
go by years.
Maybe.
I don't know. It was.
I don't know.
weird.
That's too much left open for
Yeah, I
interpretation.
was just like, I ended up asking my coach, and like you're a coach, like what would you tell? You know, you teach also.
What do you mean? What's the question?
Like, what would you tell your students if they asked you which one of those two levels to go
And,
to?
yeah,
if
let's
they're
say they
doing
were
it by
like
years and by belts.
Let's say they're like a 7-year, but they're purple. You know.
Oh no, they're going into advanced.
Oh no, they're
7
going into
years?
advanced.
Yeah.
7 years is a long time. Like
Okay, what about their
Some
4 years purple belt?
4 years.
Because it says 4+, you can do brown or black, but you're purple still.
No, I would still.
say
I would still.
intermediate?
No.
Still advanced?
I would say advanced. I mean,
It's very subjective. Like
I mean, I believe in like challenging yourself. Like you're not doing anything if you're just like sandbagging, you know. And if you stay at that, like for example, my brother, he started jiu-jitsu very like recently, but the kid is a monster.
How old
Like
is
he's
he?
just
like 16?
no,
Oh, okay.
he's 13.
Oh.
Yeah, so but he trains maybe
Did you call him a sandbagger?
no, listen.
Did you call
Yes.
him a sandbagger?
So he's been training just a few months, but the kid runs through other kids. Like he just doesn't belong there.
Okay.
Like he's naturally gifted. Like he can easily go against like more challenging opponents, you know? I mean, now whether or not he's gonna win is a different thing, but this kid, he's not even breathing hard.
Okay.
Like,
yeah,
it's
he's not
too
being
easy.
challenged.
Yeah, it's too easy.
Yeah, it's not a challenge.
That's funny because I think that age thing actually should be adjusted because they were talking about like this girl Helena Cravar, like she's getting the same complaints, like oh you're sandbagging,
Oh, for
but she's
sure.
a blue belt. right? Because that's all she's allowed to do in certain competitions because of her age. I think she's only 16. But she's already, outside of that, like, if she's allowed, she'll fight black belts. She's beating black belts. She's beating, she's beating everything.
Who's number one? They're giving her people that she should not be going against. Like, they're giving
her, like, in all platforms.
Oh, yeah.
All platforms, though. She's fighting higher level people, and then she has to go to these other competitions and fight blue belts and then get called a sandbagger.
Yeah.
And she's 16, so she technically can't be promoted?
She can't. Not until she's 18, I think.
Like, well, so what? But then they're like, oh, but you can't just go from blue to black. So
right.
No,
she's gonna
they're gonna force
process,
her to do like another year of purple, another year of brown, and then she can get her black. You get me? Like, so it's like, I feel like at 18, like, don't you think it should be a little adjusted, like based on performance and
I guess maybe
running through people. Oh, sorry, running through people.
I guess maybe, it's hard to say because, but when these kids, because some of these kids started training when they were like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
And they've been training as long or longer than a black belt has been training. I think that, they, like, depending on the size of the child, because also
that plays
a 16-year-old may be a lot smaller than, the average adult. Like for example, maybe like males, I think this would really make a difference. Although there are some exceptions to the rule, like Kolabate. Kolabate is like 18 now, and he's like still running through these people, So I think they do it just to kind of like for liability issues, like because they don't want a child going against grown adults
and then getting injured or anything.
And then getting
that
injured.
makes a lot of
but
sense.
they do that in normal training.
But training is not the same as competing.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, like it's just not the same. Like you're not training to you're not training to possibly hurt somebody.
Correct.
In competition you take that risk, but that's not your goal. Yeah. So maybe I don't know, but yes, to go back to your question, if one of my students was a 4-year and he's performing at that level, he should definitely be getting challenged. My opinion. If they've done intermediate for however long and they're just bored or they're just not feeling challenged, then let them do it. At the end of the day, they're also adults. Like, they get to choose.
Yeah.
I'll be there to cheer you on.
So it'll be okay. So then, all right. So then they're considered higher rank now because they're doing the advanced division.
Yeah, I mean,
you're a higher belt now.
I would say if you think of it objectively, let's not talk about competition. Like, yeah, we are pretty mid. Purple belts are mid.
Yes.
Who started that?
I don't know, but I'm okay with it.
No, I hate it.
I'm okay
it's so
with
ridiculous.
It doesn't bother
like,
me. It is what it is.
And then I saw a meme the other day that was like, oh, I just like brainwashed like a whole, or like meme brainwashed a bunch of people or a bunch of purple belts into thinking they're mid. And I'm just like, who is the originator of this? God damn it! Who is it? It's terrible.
But you know what? I think because you trained 8 years already, something like that.
9.
Yeah.
9 already.
Yeah, it's also. I will be offended if somebody call me mid and I've been training 8-9 years.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
But like,
come on now.
I think it's just because I can recognize.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Like, how dare you? Cause like I don't feel like I feel like mid is like intermediate. Like, and I don't feel like an intermediate.
I mean, it doesn't matter when you feel it's your rank that matters. It doesn't. Yes, it's 100% your rank. It's not how you feel. Well, but it is what it is.
Should be.
I don't know, dude. I see that very black and white. For me, that's very black and white. Like, it is what it is. Like, have I been doing this for a long time? Yes. Does it hurt my feelings? 100%. But it is what it is.
Does it hurt my feelings? Yes. But I will not let you get to me.
Yeah, exactly. But like, it is what it is.
We need to flip the script. Like, we need to install blue belts again.
Install blue belts again.
I mean, I haven't stopped.
They used to be the target. What happened? What happened? Why are purple belts?
They drop off the face of the planet.
I guess
that's what happens.
People forget about them.
Yeah.
You should just erase blue belt rank. Whatever.
That's true.
But then we'd be lower ranked. Don't say that.
Oh, you're right.
I would say purple belts so far. Obviously, I'm still in the middle. But I would say out of the 3 belts that I've experienced, purple belt is like the most important so far. Like
purple belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really important.
It's the most where you get like your personality in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, for sure.
Jiu-jitsu personality.
You start working on things that suit you. Like blue belt, I would say you kind of learn everything. You know, like a little bit of everything. You don't really focus on anything specific, and then at purple, you're like, okay, this works for me. Like I know I'm not gonna play Baron Bolo. Like that's just not gonna.
I feel you.
I'll try.
I am.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna try. I tried today.
I tried today.
It wasn't working, but
yeah, I'm not a Baron Bolo person either.
Yeah, but I know my knee slice is pretty good, so let's fucking knee slice, you know. But I think that's like the things that you figure out at purple belt.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What's your go-to pass? Mine is turning pass.
I don't know. I like turning pass. But I like slicing also a lot.
Oh yeah,
is
I
turning
do
pass
slicing.
the hip switch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that too.
Oh yeah, you do that a lot actually.
What?
That one, the similar one.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Like I go to
where you get the underarm thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
But wait, what's the turning pass? I don't know what. I'm bad with names.
So like if you're like kind of in a half guard situation, if you're stuck in a half guard, and
so you turn towards the legs.
You turn towards the legs.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you start getting your leg.
Okay, so I call that hip switch because you're switching your hip.
Well, yeah. Same thing. Bro, it's so ridiculous. Every time I'm talking to other people at other gyms and you just say these names, they're like, I don't know.
What do you mean?
Dude, but it's the same problem. Like, no matter who says what, like, everybody has a different name, so you're just like, oh, the blah blah, and you're like, the what? And then this other person says the blah blah, and you're like, the what? And it's just show me.
Yeah, like
show me.
For us, my coach calls reverse side control or reverse side kasakatami. He calls it Cuban side control.
What?
I don't know why he calls it Cuban side control.
Talking about that headlock thing?
No, it's like
kasakatami?
Yeah. So when you
kind of have this situation this way. You mean this case of katami? If I'm on top, that's
if you turn towards the legs. Okay. Yeah, so if you turn towards
when
the
you
legs
have head and
you
arm
have
control.
that arm across the chest.
Okay.
Okay, and you're looking that way. Kind of like if you go for your turning pass where you land. That's
where you like scoot up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cuban side control.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's just.
I guess I do Cuban side control. That's what I do. I do the Cuban side control. I just like scoop back and forth.
Yeah. I don't know why he calls it that. It's Cuban side control.
You should ask him because I kind of want to know the reasoning behind it.
Because you gotta like shimmy your way up.
I
don't know, but I want to hear his reasoning.
I definitely
ask your coach. I want to know. Get back to me.
That's hilarious. I definitely just have to shimmy. But
or there's also like like the 10 planet names for things.
Oh my God,
you know.
Worst. I'm sorry, guys. Like love y'all, but. did not give me any information whatsoever. Like at least a hip switch, I can be like, okay, clearly there's a hip switch involved, in the move. But then Jersey. Exactly.
Manhattan.
Exactly. Like that is an actual move.
Yeah, those are all like from Rubber Guard.
Ridiculous. I'm just like, that tells me absolutely nothing.
There was in one of the first. You were probably there.
I kind of get that though.
Oh yeah, the electric chair.
Yeah,
because you're stretching them apart and it
but
hurts.
Like,
it's like electricity going down your leg.
But if you didn't know at all, like the move, and somebody's like, "Oh, the electric chair," like, what would you imagine that looks like?
The electric chair.
I would imagine like a back take of some sort. Maybe. A back take, not like a banana split thing going on.
No, you know what I would think of? Do you know when you're on mount and you grapevine the legs and you split them apart?
Oh, that, you see?
Okay.
That could be an electric chair.
Okay.
Yeah.
That could be like an electric chair, you see?
Yeah.
Their names, most useless.
Do you remember, I don't know if you were competing in this one, but I know you did the first White Lions. But
the first White Lions.
Yeah, so when one of our guys from Freedom, he was going against a 10th Planet guy that had came from California. And his coach...
Was that the black belt division?
No.
No, okay.
No, they were blue belts.
Okay.
The 10th Planet guy, and it was a small room, so you could hear everything back then. So the 10th Planet coach was like, do reverse Alcatraz. And then my coach, being the troll that he is, was like, do the regular Alcatraz.
Do the regular Alcatraz. Just to fuck with him.
Just to fuck with him.
That's funny. I would have yelled some other random shit like. What?
Everyone was cracking up, bro. That shit was so fucking funny.
Do the reverse Frankenstein.
Like,
Bro, that thing?
No, I don't know. That one I made up.
It's probably a thing.
It might be a thing for all. Yeah, who knows? It's
probably a thing.
It's probably. We can need a list of like all those names, a name list. But anywho, I wanted to say, okay, so what do you think are, since we've established that we are higher belt.
I still think we're mid. It is what it is.
/ mid.
Okay, we're mid in the gi. I'll give it to you.
All right.
I'm definitely.
Oh yeah, no. If we're not,
I'm definitely mid in the gi.
I'm definitely mid in the gi for sure.
100%.
I'll say I'm a higher blue belt.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so bad.
I haven't put on a gi in like going on 4 years, guys. I have not put on a gi.
I've actually been putting one on since I've been off of work.
Good.
I've actually been putting on the gi.
I'm proud of you.
I actually do it twice a week.
I actually do it twice a week.
I don't tell people that. It's a secret.
You said you still feel
But you just told people.
Not true. It's not a secret anymore. So I need to cut this
wink,
out.
wink.
Wink, wink. But you still feel mid even though you do it every two
Absolutely.
days a week? Damn, bro.
It's a different ballgame.
It's a whole
well, the reason being is because I don't go to a gi school. Like, you know, like it's an MMA gym. You really think they're gonna teach you lapel guards? No. Mm-mm. They're just not gonna teach you any of that fancy stuff. So all the stuff that I know that is like more advanced is because I've learned it on my own. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I still feel very much mid in the gi.
I kind of just do like the same stuff that I do as much as I can from no gi and in gi.
Yeah.
Much, yeah. I just try to do that because I haven't practiced worm guard or I can't even think of another one. DLR
or lasso,
spider. That one interested me though. That one was cool. But okay, what I wanted to ask was, what do you feel are the pressures of being a higher belt? Like, do you feel like there's pressure as a woman being a higher belt just because there's few of us, or?
I do when it comes to like being around the lower female belts. Like, for example, like when there's like, it's not really a thing anymore because now our lower belts can kind of hold their own. But I feel like, and this has never been
said. You mean in your gym?
Yeah. Oh. This has never been said where I train, not where I teach. But I feel like because there's so many men, and that's a big factor why a lot of women stop doing jiu-jitsu, that I feel like I kind of try to gravitate towards the women and let them feel like they're welcomed, just so they can feel a little bit more comfortable. Yeah. And sometimes that takes away from my training because then I'm training with a lower belt versus someone that could be challenging me a little bit more.
At that point, you're not really training for you.
Right.
You're training to help someone else.
Mm-hmm. Right, which is not a bad thing,
not.
But it's just, it depends on like what you're working on at the time or why you're training and things like that.
Yeah, it's like what we talked about on like training for me, training for you, or training for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that was a training.
You definitely have to like train for each other, like, but in some circumstances,
sometimes
you
it's
just
you, like
can't.
When you're competing.
Yeah.
If you're not competing, you're like, okay, I'm gonna be here for you. It's for you, and then we're both chilling. All right, it's for us.
Yeah.
We battle.
I think also like at least this is a challenge for me, like, because now I have my own students and I only go to train at the place where I train 3 times a week. So I don't want to be a
plus the
teacher.
2 times gi.
Yeah. Well, no, it's 3 in total.
Oh.
2 times gi, 1 times no gi.
Oh.
Yeah. So I actually train gi more at the place, but when I'm with my guys, I only train no gi.
Right.
Like I'm teaching it, but I also train with them. But and then on the weekends is no gi. But so when on the days that I go to that gym to train, I do not want to teach anybody. Like I hate to be that person, but but like I'm teaching every other day. Like the only days I get to train are those 3 days. Yeah. Like Don't ask me questions.
Have people complained? Like, oh, she's seen
I don't know. But okay. I mean, I help people if they ask me to. I'm not going to deny
You're not going to go out of your way.
Yeah, and I actually hold a drilling session on Thursdays before training. And we drill together, you know. But so I'm doing my part, but while we're training, I want to drill the moves. I don't want to go around helping people. Like,
I get that.
Feel bitchy,
but I feel
okay.
bitchy.
So
yeah, you shouldn't feel bitchy.
Since I've had the kids, I only train twice a week. And there's this girl who's been going to the advanced classes now for the past couple weeks, and she's been wanting to partner up with me, and I feel bad telling her no. Oh. And I feel bad telling her no, but I'm not there to help anybody. I only train twice a week. I'm there because I need to get better.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Yeah. So I feel, and I felt bitchy because she asked me, and I was like, nope, sorry.
Well, some people are also selective about their partners. Like, yeah,
but it's not
for that reason. No, like I have limited training time. I need to go with specific people where I can get the best training. Yeah. Because that is, cause she's a white belt. So it's just like, so yeah, I see where you.
Yeah. So I was like, no, sorry. So I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I'm only, like, if I was there every single day like I was before, yeah, I'll take that bullet, no problem. But no, not if I only get 2 days a week and I need to train.
Damn, I haven't partnered with a lower belt in a long time.
No, neither have I for that very reason. I'm not there enough. I'm not there enough.
No.
Yeah, it's I do find that that's a responsibility that I feel like I have, that sometimes I'm just like, no, I don't want to take it. Like, like I've already spread myself thin. I want to enjoy
your
training and I want to learn something new, and I like, this is my time.
And I guess it makes us feel bad because there's like so few of us.
But it's also the advanced class, so you gotta take it with a grain of salt. If you're a beginner and you're in the advanced class.
I see. Well, besides that, like the whole like girl thing, like it being like minimum girls, and then they're like reaching out, and then you're like, I don't wanna. At this moment in time, I don't wanna like partner up with a lower belt. It's a female. So that's a little bit of pressure, I guess.
I train with the main girl that I train with is actually an orange belt, but she's trained as long as I've trained, and I don't have to explain things to her.
Yeah, so she gets it.
She gets it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you both get your drilling in, which is what's important.
Yeah. So I actually do train with the lower belt, but she's been training as long as I have. So.
Damn, it happens to me sometimes though. I'd be confused sometimes needing help. With the higher belt.
Yeah. Well, I am the higher belt in my gym, except for one other person.
Oh, okay.
There's one person that's a brown belt above me, and then the black belt. There's no other black. There's only one black belt.
So you have a black belt and a brown belt.
So, that's another thing. Like when you're at the top, everyone's like, "Hey, help me,
help me!"
Like, but also at my gym, they don't really, like at our gym, like they don't really ask questions. Like it's like I've been to other gyms where they just ask a bunch of questions, and I love that. But people don't really ask questions, and but I'm that annoying person that does ask questions, and I've been doing it longer. So
nobody has questions? Are you guys sure? Are you sure?
I'm okay with the questions. Like I'll ask. I'm that annoying student. I really am, but
I don't ask that many questions. Usually other people ask questions. I have one teammate that usually asks questions like every time.
I feel like sometimes it's the higher belts that'll have questions because they'll see the holes and they'll see where certain things will lead to, and you'll be like, but wait a minute.
That is in the advanced, yeah.
Like, yeah, but that's more advanced. I don't feel like lower belts have questions because they're still processing just the information that they're given, and they don't really have that much of a backlog.
That's true. I do have as a teacher though. There are some questions that annoy me. Like for example,
I understand. I couldn't.
Students take notes.
When I teach something, they're like, "Oh, but what if they do this and this and this?" And I'm like,
"Oh, that's literally what I teammate does, though."
That's you.
No,
you're the what if girl.
No, I do that with my partner. I do that with my partner. I don't do that with the teacher. I don't ask the teacher. I ask my partner, like, what if I do this?
Granted.
Oh, it's not working. Okay.
Yeah, but it's more like, what if they try to do this, like your opponent, like
a different reaction.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, we could go through 1,000 scenarios, because people can all react differently, and we're gonna be here forever. Like,
very true.
Like, just focus on the move.
We're not doing on that what if. We're doing this.
Yes.
We're doing this what if.
And then
what if. We're doing this what if.
Yes. and then when I get to you, because I go around and I check everybody when they do their drilling, I'll be like, okay, so to answer your question, if they do this, I'll do that. You know? But those questions drive me crazy. I'm just like, oh my God. And as if I have the question to everything, the answer to everything.
Right. Which is impossible.
Yeah.
Because there's always like an answer to an answer. And you know what I mean? It's always back and forth. Like, what if I do this? Well, okay, well, I can do this. But then if I do this, then you can, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's never ending.
It's
going to be a never ending
thing. It's a constant loop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here's what I found.
Oh, sorry.
Here's what I found. So you mentioned that because you were training a lot more before the babies.
Correct.
So now it's 2 times a week.
Right.
And now Miss Karina.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I train almost every day still.
No,
but,
of course. How's that going for you though? She has a baby on the way.
Yeah. It's basically the same so far. Like, I just tell people, like, no knee on belly, no mounting now. Before I would let them mount, but like now I'm not mounting at all.
Do you just play top mostly?
Actually, no. I play bottom just because I'm the thing is that like before I would wrestle, like I would start on my feet all the time.
Yeah, you did more top.
Yeah. So now I took advantage and was like, I'm gonna start playing guard, like, because this isn't what I normally do. And like, so that's how I start. Like, I'm on bottom, they're trying to pass my guard. And then I just tell them what to avoid. But and then I'll try to sweep from there and then land on top. So that's usually my game plan. It's like, we'll place bottom, I'll try to sweep you, get on top. Works most of the time.
Well, your guard's getting better for sure.
Yeah.
That's
so,
cool.
and that's not something that I was focusing on before, so I'm just taking advantage of the moment. But, yeah, other than that, no wrestling. I actually, every once in a while, I go to the wrestling class, but I go with Darren only, and it's drilling only. Like, I'm not doing...
Getting tossed.
Yeah, I'm not going live. I'm just drilling because the conditioning's really good. I'm dying, but the conditioning's really good.
So, and right now you train 3 times a week outside of your gym?
Yeah, outside of my gym, I train 3 times a week. I still weightlift. And I train on the weekends. And then I also, if I feel well, I'll train with my guys.
Damn, you have a lot of energy. Are pregnant chicks supposed to be like tired all the time?
I was. My first trimester I was. My second trimester I was good. And then going into the 3rd trimester, I was done.
Like tired? Super tired?
It wasn't even just that I was tired. It was just a lot to move around. My feet got really swollen really fast. But I was also preeclamptic, so.
Yeah.
Damn, but yeah, you're training. That's a lot of energy. Plus all the teaching that you're doing.
Yeah, I am tired. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm not tired. I'm just sucking it up and doing it. But there's some days that I don't. Like, no. I apparently you can only drink 200 milligrams a day of caffeine. Correct. So I drink my coffee in the morning. I'm like, okay, that's gonna have to last me all day. Like, you know. But I know if I am kinder to myself, and before I wouldn't take a day off if I felt like shit. Now, if I really don't feel like it, then I'm not gonna go train. You know, so I'm just gonna rest.
That's good.
So
you have to give yourself that grace, especially now. You're literally creating life.
You're
right
literally
now.
a human.
Yeah. So I'm nicer to myself now.
That's good. So. Do you think you're gonna stick to that schedule, like after?
I don't know how
if it's just be. One, I think you can. Because that was my original goal. I didn't care. I was gonna come back. I was gonna have my kid on my arm, and then I got pregnant 3 months after I had delivered my first.
Yeah, Jesus. I don't want that.
But don't do
I don't want that.
10 out of 10 do not recommend.
10 out of 10 do not recommend.
Let me do Depo right after.
Back to back. Dude, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
it's just like, whatever, I'm just gonna get it out of the way.
Yeah, that's kind of how because originally I kind of wanted twins, but then it was gonna be both of them on like one wavelength. Now I've got 2, and they're just 1 year apart. I've got Irish twins. That sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks
Irish
hardcore.
Twins.
Yeah, that's what they're called, Irish twins.
Yeah, when they're one
about
after
a year
the
apart,
other.
yeah.
Well, I spoke to like my parents, like the students parents, they know about it, my students know about it, obviously. So like for teaching, as far as teaching, I've told them, like, because I have an office in the gym, and it has AC and everything, so we're gonna try to make that into like
a nursery
type area.
Yeah.
So I can come in and I can teach
and have your kid
which have the baby.
That's originally what I wanted. I wanted a little pack and play, and I wanted to take Anthony with me. So I was still doing the kids class up until I was pregnant, and I was going to jiu-jitsu, but I wasn't training. I had originally had the mentality that only the strong survive, but then it took too long to get pregnant with Anthony. Mm-hmm. And I was really scared to lose that pregnancy since I have kind of a complicated back history there. And yeah, I really thought I was going to be able to do it all. I really was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And things got hard. And then COVID happened, and that's what kicked me off.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what kicks me off.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean,
it's definitely possible. That sounded doable.
My concern is the training days.
It was too much at once.
Yeah.
The training days?
The training days. My concern is the training days. Because I think about it, and I'm like, I feel guilty already thinking about it. Like
leaving the baby?
Yeah, because yeah, exactly. Like, so maybe I don't know.
Like alternating with Darren?
Does your I was about to ask, does your husband also train?
Yeah, my husband trains.
Yeah, because that's how me and my husband do it.
Yeah,
I'm able to go because he goes twice a week, I go twice a week, and then we try to do open mats on Saturday.
Yeah, well,
like one watches the baby, one watches the baby, one trains.
That may work.
Yeah. And we're gonna start doing coin flips for Friday.
That may work.
Coin flips. Who gets to train Friday?
We'll see. I'm also going through like a lot of other transitions at the same time. So
that's the part that's hard as a
yeah, because I'm getting out of the military at that time.
Oh, you're getting out?
Yeah, I'm getting out.
What branch are you with?
Air Force.
Oh, cool. That explains why you're down where you are.
Yes. So I'm getting out, and that's my full-time job. So I'm getting out at the same time. I kind of have to figure out what I'm going to do.
I was about to ask, so do you know what you want to do as far as your career path then, since...
Well, I do want to...
Gym, right?
Yeah, I do want to make sure... I really want the gym to succeed. So, and I feel like I've been using a lot of my energy in other areas versus the gym, which is what I actually want to do. So...
Guarding, grappling, guys.
Yes, guarding, grappling, jiu-jitsu. So, I want that to take off. I mean, we're doing well. We're doing pretty well. But it's not where I want it to be.
I understand that too.
So there's that. And then I have another idea. We'll see if it works. But we'll see. I still have to do a couple of things for that. So, and then my husband is in the police academy. So he'll be finishing a little bit later.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's just a lot of transition.
Yeah, you guys are definitely in a pivotal moment, kind of.
Yeah, like life is gonna change.
A lot of good stuff, though.
Yeah. So I can't really answer that question, so I don't really know.
So you're not even thinking about competition, like
competition? Girl, I actually do. That's gonna happen.
You're like, no, I'm thinking about that,
whether or not I'm training, I'm gonna.
You're still gonna compete. Okay, so.
Yeah, no, because that's the part of my life that I'm not willing to, I know a lot of women that kind of like lose themselves in motherhood. Like
100%.
Yeah.
But I also lost myself in jiu-jitsu. I just get lost easy. But
I just get lost easy.
Yeah, and that's not something that I'm willing to do. Like, I hate to, like, maybe I'm being...
Like, just be a mom.
Yeah.
Basically. No, but you can't just be a mom.
But that's going to be hard.
So it's important that you're already fighting for yourself from now.
Yeah,
right.
You're going to be teaching. It's going to be hard to just be a mom if you're still teaching at the gym.
Yeah.
No, because you can be a mom and you can work. That's a job.
Yeah, I need that other extra part, like, of me, you know?
That's like when you're not teaching.
Yeah, because teaching is a job.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, it's not a hobby anymore. It's a job.
Okay, fair.
But and competing was a huge part of my life, and it's not something that I am ready to say I'm done with it. Like, I was just getting started. Yeah. Like, I was just honestly, like, I felt like I was just getting started. I wasn't anywhere near my prime or like anything like that. So I know that I'm just gonna get so much better. So I cannot let it go. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Have you seen that video like where the mom she's competing, she's breastfeeding in the middle of her matches?
In the middle or in between matches?
In between.
Oh, okay. I was like in the middle.
In between matches, you know, she's breastfeeding.
Oh my god.
She gives her baby off to like someone.
Yeah, family.
And then she fucking goes on the mat and she's fucking competing.
BRB, guys.
Sorry. That will be me.
That will be me.
Yeah.
That's intense. I have not seen that video at all.
Oh, it's a great video.
Is it like a video? TikTok?
It was on Instagram. It was on Instagram somewhere. It was.
That's intense.
That is pretty intense.
And she was a white belt.
Oh wow.
So like it's like not
to have
like
that a commitment.
Yes. Yes. That's amazing.
That is pretty amazing.
Quite inspiring.
Yeah. So I'm putting my foot down. But starting now, that's not gonna happen.
All right, that's exciting. Yeah, it's so hard to explain. I don't know. For me, it's a love-hate relationship to compete, but like I just do love that feeling of competing.
For me, it's a hate.
And winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate the before of how I feel, like when I get like in my head or whatever. Like that part is annoying, but I'm getting better. But the after and winning and all that, it's great.
Yeah.
And like doing what you've been practicing, even better.
What helped for me was the mental performance coach that I have.
Like physical person?
No. Yeah, she's a physical person.
Okay.
And I started doing sessions with her.
Coach?
Mental performance coach. Her name's Erin.
Okay, see, that sounds fantastic. And
that sounds like something I need.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, like, it wasn't my last one. It was the one before that. It was Emerald City.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah. I mean, that was the first. I mean, I did finishers before that, but after that was Emerald City, and there were so many people on this card that I was like, I don't belong here.
Oh.
You know, like I mean, it's inevitable when you're like a stranger. You know, like you're just starting.
Yeah, nobody knows me.
Yeah, so especially up there. Like I was the only one coming from all the way down south. Like these were all like
local
people from because they're all from like New York, those big gyms that are up there. And then I was just like shitting my pants. I was peeing every 2 seconds.
I hate when that happens.
I was like already almost in tears. 2 hours before, and then
are you alone?
Me and my friend Eva went with me, and one of my students went with me. But I was like,
I think I remember seeing something on the screen.
I was dying there. Like I was just like a mess that day, and I mean I knew that I just didn't know how to control my emotions. So I called up my coach and I'm like, I'm sorry to do this right now, but I really need your help. Like, I'm flipping the fuck out, you know? Like, and on top of that, flow grappling. Okay, so what happened was we were supposed to go on at a certain time. Okay. And then someone hit a internet pole or whatever in the area, and the internet goes down right when we're supposed to start.
Oh Lord.
And then they called flow grappling because it was on flow, and they were like, can we start, like, and then we just recorded and then we like upload it, and they said absolutely not. And it took them 2 hours to fix it. So I'm there, like, and I was match number, like, 27. Like, God, so...
It's a long wait.
It's a long wait.
Plus a delay. Like, you don't want to be crapping your pants for that long.
Yes.
You don't want to be stressed out for that long.
I was so stressed.
Like, now it's better to just, like, go at the beginning of the card and get it over with.
Yes. Yes.
So you're not stressed out for so long.
Yes.
Especially in instances like that. But did she help you out?
Yes, 100%. She's just amazing.
Like, what did she just calm you down? Like
she helped me like navigate what it's called arousal. But what she means by that is like, you know, that feeling that you get before you compete where you're just
that fight or flight response.
Yeah, that fight or flight.
The adrenaline.
The adrenaline. She said she calls that arousal.
Okay.
So she was trying to track where I was at, or she wanted me to track where I was at with my arousal on a scale of 1 to 10, right? And
you're like, I'm at a 10, lady.
Yeah, when I called her, I was at a 10.
Okay.
Which you shouldn't be at a 10, probably ever, you know?
Fair.
So, since I had an hour left, she was like, okay, you gotta find a way to lower that down. So, she, like, because you could physically feel anxiety.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
you feel it, you know? And you could feel it in different parts of your body, you know?
I hate that feeling.
You can feel it in your legs. You can feel it in your back. For me, it's like big in my hips, in the back.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel it in my arms and I hate it.
I feel it in my stomach and my shoulders.
Yeah. So she helped me find out where it was located, and I started just moving that part of my body.
Interesting.
And slowly but surely, like, it started going down and all these things. Because I had a partner there, so I was moving around. That's why I think warming up is important for people like us. You know, I think warming up is important.
Like actual like grappling before a match, or like just like stretch warm up.
I'm stretch maybe if that works for you, but I think
having your body hot.
Yeah, right? Having your body hot and getting your blood moving around.
It did work well for me in my last fight.
Yeah,
I did feel more comfortable.
I think I listened to something where you said that you don't really warm up.
Yeah, I do like a stretch thing, like a meditation thing.
Yeah.
I'll do like swimming, like the over under hook thing. Yeah. But yeah, not really like grappling, because I would get nervous that I was gonna get tired and like gas out, because I feel like I gas out really easily, especially my arms specifically.
Yeah.
Like I can't feel them like.
My coach has always told me that your first match should feel like your second match. That's what he's always told me.
Your first match
should feel like your second match.
Oh yeah, like with the warm up, because
you know, like you go. Let's say when you're in comp and you have multiple matches.
Yeah.
Once you get that first out of the way, you're like, let's fucking go, like you know, like.
But I lost, so I can't.
yeah. Right.
Can't go anywhere because you lost. But yeah.
So it has always said your first match should feel like your second.
Okay. I'm starting to agree with that.
Yeah. I think not everyone gets that feeling of arousal. Like, not everyone gets that, you know?
No, I know.
It happens to me. But I think it was more like a psychological thing. Like, I'll get tired if I warm up. And then I won't have energy for the match or something. But now I've trained so much. Yeah, like, I've done so many, like, grappling matches in one day that I'm like, okay, I feel like I won't get tired.
Yeah. Obviously, like, know when to stop. Like, you know, like, if you're feeling like...
Yeah, I'm too sweaty.
You're too... like drains. If you're draining yourself, then that's different. Like, I'm not saying to go do 20 sprints, you know, like, but for me, like, I was like doing some passing drills, like some speed drills.
Right.
You know, I was just like doing a light wrestling, like things like that, to get the blood moving, and sure enough, that went away. And then she was like, because I've always used mantras, like, I always feed
like
myself.
Yeah, me too. Like, I do more of that.
Yeah, but you could do both.
Yeah, I need to do both. I think I need to do both, because I get like joints are like, bitch, you need to stretch like before. So I do that in the morning, but I do need to start grappling. I think, or like warming up like that instead, like more active. And I did that, and I felt better. Honestly, like I didn't feel nervous. Yeah, I thought it was the alcohol, because I took a sip of alcohol. But it might have, I'm like, I think that was such little alcohol. I don't really think it was the alcohol. It was like less than a shot, like for sure. So I'm like, maybe it was the alcohol.
It was you're like, it was a swig. It probably wasn't the alcohol.
Barely even a swig, like barely. So I'm like, I want to say it was the warming up, because if you're saying that it helps reduce the anxiety, then it's probably what it was.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was helping other people warm up, so it wasn't just for me. So like, I didn't really have to think. I was kind of just helping them do their thing. And then at one point, I was like, okay, let me try my thing. And then I tried my thing. I'm like, all right, I'm chilling. All right, let me look.
Was it the one that you won with the Kimura? Was it a Kimura?
Yeah.
Okay. And you did great in that match. You did great in that match.
Yeah, I did prefer that one. So I watched it and it did look a little messier than I felt. But yeah, so I felt better physically. Yeah. Less arousal.
Yeah, arousal. Trial and error.
Finally.
But yeah, she's helped. She's worth the money.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It really does.
Yeah. If you're gonna take competing seriously, yeah, for sure.
I want to. Well, I am trying to. Right now, I'm a little crippled.
I said I was gonna do one this year, and it doesn't look like I am.
Why?
But that's okay. Cause I don't wanna I don't need train twice a week.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't, right? Look, she's like, I don't even know if I'm gonna train, and she's like, I'm gonna compete. Like, just do it.
There's also no one ever, like, I was ready to do I was ready to do 2 of the new breeds that were coming up, the one in Orlando and the one that was in Coral Springs. Ready to do it, ready to sign up. I kept looking, no one ever signed up in my division.
Yeah.
Ever. And it's not like IBJJF or like even, I think, Naga, where if you win your division, then you can do like the open division or whatever afterwards. They don't even have that.
Naga's coming.
Okay, so there's Naga. Okay. Speaking of
November.
Speaking of competitions coming up, November 18th. There's ADCC.
You gotta get it where you can get it,
bitch. There's like 5 in November.
Yeah,
there's like 5 events in November. There's also Nogi World.
Dude, I'm gonna throw up so hard. I Nogi World.
Well, that one's in Vegas though. Nogi World's in December.
Go take a vacation to Vegas.
Yeah, I saw something else in December. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah, there's a Miami Open. No excuses.
ADCC Open.
ADCC Open. You can still go with me.
Dude, I'm gonna
check the competitors.
I'm gonna puke my guts out. I am.
No, we'll just warm up. We'll reduce the arousal.
Reduce the arousal.
We'll reduce the arousal. We'll warm up.
Well, I'm not trying to reduce arousal.
Listen, this arousal, yes. Other
Okay,
ones, not so much.
All right, fine.
But this one, yes.
Yes.
Damn it.
Fine.
Which is the next one you're thinking of doing? Do you know any of next year? Or like the yearly ones that come around?
I want to do Worlds.
Worlds. Nogi?
Yeah, Nogi Worlds and Pan.
That one's December. So I guess next year Nogi Worlds is
next year Nogi Worlds.
Oh no, you're not Masters. You're young.
No, I'm not.
You're young.
I'm Masters. I'm taking advantage. Can I do Masters too? I think I can already do Masters too.
ADCC has
wait,
Masters.
no, I can't. Honey, there's no one in my division normally. You think I'm gonna find somebody extra Masters?
Know. Okay, listen, you never know. There's ladies that signed up for Masters for the Open, and I only have one person in my division right now in the adult division.
I suppose I would have to look.
So there might be older ladies
in Worlds for Worlds.
No, that was for the ADCC Open. No, Worlds. I'm even questioning if I should do the Open. I'm like, right now there's one girl I could definitely handle one match like hardcore. But I don't know what the limit of this injury is. And in comp, like you said, it's different. Like, they're trying to kill you.
It's different. Yeah.
It's different. So they're both, like, the moment they grab my shoulder and I yelp, like, they're going to be like, that's a tap, you know? So.
Which I'm totally against.
Making yelping noises.
Yeah, sometimes I make noises. Sometimes I'll go no in the middle of that, and I'm not tapping.
No, I literally have to train
totally
myself to not be vocal when I'm preparing for competition because I do a lot of that. Like, no, stop, damn it, I fucked up. You know, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I have to literally train myself to not be vocal for a competition.
We're adults. Why is that a thing? Or even, for example, this is why I love wrestling tournaments. They're amazing. This child was crying in every single fucking match yesterday.
Oh my god, and they didn't stop it.
Of course not.
Of course not.
He's perfectly fine. He's crying because he's losing. That's the only reason why they're crying.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, let them go through it. Like,
let them go.
But the whole
I know,
time,
they have to stay silent and like.
But he still finished the match. He's crying, but he still finished the match.
Good for him.
So why are we stopping this match? Unless you see, okay, you know, he's
broken.
got an arm bar, you know, he's crying and he's screaming because he's in pain. Okay, I understand, but
for random yelps and like,
Yes, I'm telling you, this kid was crying the whole entire time. The whole entire time. He was just nervous. He didn't, and he, a lot of others have probably had his arousal way up. You know, like. Oh. There's no reason to stop that match because he's fucking crying.
That's actually kind of inspiring. Like, he still went through it. He's like, I'm crying, but I'm still out here. I didn't, like, give up and, like, go home, basically. Like, he could have just gone home, like, no, I don't want to do this. But he just cried his way through it. I'm crying, I don't care.
My other brother, he competed recently in New Breed. Was it? Yeah. And he was winning the match, and then he got caught in a mounted triangle, and he started crying. But He was fine. He was breathing. So the triangle obviously is not in.
Yeah, because he's crying.
Because he's crying. Let him fucking finish the match. Nope. Over. Because he started crying. I hate that rule.
That is kind of annoying. We should start a petition.
We should start a petition.
We could start a petition. You know,
Let me cry. Let me
go through it.
Let me scream. Let me cry. Let me do it all.
What is it? We'll call it the Let Me Cry Act.
Let me cry act. Let me feel my emotions. My God. Because there is, matches could get emotional. It's like, if they do, like, stop because of that, like if you look flustered and you're like, like, it's over. Like, that dude, that was not anything. But IBJJF is really strict about this.
They are.
Like, I literally have to be like a mouse.
So that's one thing I've never had an issue in competition. I don't think I've ever yelped or like said anything in competition. I've made noises. I'm quiet.
I've made noises, but they're low enough. I guess that they didn't hear me.
I'm quiet.
Yeah. I also get annoyed that you can't like cheer yourself on after you win.
Oh yeah, like
the celebration.
Nicholas Marigali.
Yeah. I mean, I think as long as you're not taking your clothes off.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he did like flick off like the crown. I think it's because they got a photo of it that IBJJF is more mad about. They got a photo of him flicking off like everybody when he won.
Yeah.
Like, that's not appropriate. It's not professional. Kids are watching this.
So the other guy wins, even though he lost.
Yeah.
Like, so stupid.
They could have just like not given to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they shouldn't have taken his win away. Like, fine, reprimand him, whatever. Maybe suspend him.
Yeah, suspend him.
I think if you are that high level of a competitor, you should know how to compose yourself. You should. Sorry, there are people looking at you. I don't think it was wrong that
wasn't he like flicking off somebody specific? I
don't know.
proved you wrong or something.
I don't know. But
man,
I don't disagree.
But that's also like too PC. Like, man, let me feel my emotions. Like, go back to that.
But but it's IBJJF. They do have a certain standard that they follow.
Yeah.
And if you're competing within their exactly, if you're competing within their competition, you need to know who it is you're like you need to understand the level that you're competing at.
Yeah.
But I've even seen them like penalize people for like, let's say a clean reaction, right? But you just won Worlds. You go to you run to the stands or to the barricade, and you're hugging your teammates. I've seen people be penalized.
Oh, that's not cool. That's not enough. Yeah. That's not enough.
Yeah.
That's
so like, imagine ADCC did that at like. And they go crazy.
They do, but ADCC is a different thing. That to me is like ADCC, the club version.
ADCC lets you feel your emotions.
The Fight Club.
Yeah,
exactly. Fight Club.
It's more hardcore. It's different. It's not the same. It's still high level competition. That's not what I'm saying, 100%. But it's not this prim proper situation.
Yeah. Agreed.
So we did talk about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We have reached like an hour.
It's been an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
That felt like we were talking for 20 minutes.
It did.
That's cool.
So I was like, and I was like literally like, I guess like, how do you feel about talking about jiu-jitsu on a podcast? Like, do you feel like it's too much, like jiu-jitsu everything? Oh, you did say it absorbs your life. Okay, it's probably even more absorbed in your life now with the podcast. That's
I'm on a Sunday here,
talking about jiu-jitsu.
I definitely feel like I'm more absorbed even more. I feel like it's just swallowed me up. I'm like in a slime of jiu-jitsu.
My kids helped me kind of get out of it a little bit, and I'm happy for it because I see where I was letting jiu-jitsu take over other aspects of my life.
Like what?
Mainly on my superficial shit, but still it's important to me.
What does that mean?
It's important to me. Like makeup wasn't
like
important.
Skincare.
Yeah, everything. Like self-care,
self-care.
me. Like I didn't do any of that. I also left my social calendar to like rot because I would only hang out with my jiu-jitsu friends, and I have a lot of friends that don't do jiu-jitsu.
Do you feel like I take up too much of your time?
I feel like I feel like you're the friend that I hang out with the most
because of the podcast.
But not just because of the podcast, because we're also very close.
Also, yeah.
We hang out without having to do any podcast stuff on a regular. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you are the friend that manipulates the most of my time, if I'm being honest.
Okay, so
fun sucker.
Wait, no,
No, but it's not a fun sucker. It's full of fun. You are the fun bringer. Relax. I didn't say it. She said that.
Alright, so yeah, we did talk about a lot there. So we're going to save some juicy stuff for the second collab on the Grapple Channel with Karina. Be sure to check out her podcast as well. Is there anything you want to say? Regarding maybe anyone for your Instagram, if they want to follow you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining us also and talking to us.
It was really nice having you guys.
It was fun. Yeah. So my Instagram and my podcast is the Grapple Channel. You can find me on Spotify. I have quite a few episodes, so you guys can start from the front to the back, however you want. But yeah, thank you guys for having me. I had a good time.
Awesome. Yeah. As usual, you guys, if you wanna follow me, Dark Nebula, BJJ, and then our usual
and the usual Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood with little dots between Jiu-Jitsu and Sisterhood.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to follow Adelia,
I'm Adelia22. I still don't have an interesting Instagram name, but if you think of one, let me know.
Also, be sure to follow our YouTube channel, Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood, and our TikTok.
Oh yeah, that's right. Also, Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood.
It's also Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood. It's slowly accumulating, guys. Take a peek, sees. Alrighty.
So that's it for us.
Thanks for tuning in.
We're tapping out.